What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you hanging out and waiting. For those of you watching the replay, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the bell icon, and turn on all notifications so you get notified when we do live streams like this and you can take part in the chat. I see we got a few people hanging out. We'll give it just a moment before we dive into the scent of the day. For those of you watching the replay, in fact, if you want to open up some of these channel perks, especially for the All-Star tier and above for the designer giveaway at the end of the month, as well as for the Hall of Fame tier and above for the niche giveaway at the end of the month. There's still time for this particular month. If you want to click join down below and read over the perks for the different tiers, if you're interested, that stuff, of course, is exclusive to US only as far as the end of the month giveaways. But definitely check that out below, and we might as well jump into the scent of the day. So, Mancera, Vetiver Sensual. Finally getting around to wearing this one. And I never thought I would say this, especially about a vetiver-based fragrance. I never thought I would say this, but there's an argument for this rivaling Cedrat Boisé as probably the most easy to wear and versatile fragrance from Mancera. There's a real argument for this. It's just so good. It's not too earthy of a vetiver. It's fresh. It's woody. That's juicy citrus, a little smoky. It's fantastic. This is a phenomenal fragrance. It really is. 60 ml is going to go a very long way for me. You can get it super cheap. Super cheap. $44 for a 60 ml from Fragrance Buy. If you're interested, click the link in the link tree at the top of the chat. One of the first things you'll see is Fragrance Buy. Get yourself a bottle for $44. It's freaking steal. I mean, it's straight up cheapy, but it's a Mancera, a great versatile Mancera too. So let's see who's doing what. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way in. Jared, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. All genres bops. Eros Flame, excellent choice. I'm putting out that review tomorrow, in fact. Funny that you bring that up. Dang, good to see you. Scent of the day, Prada L'Homme layered with Dylan Blue. That's an interesting combo. Sabine is rocking Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum. You smell incredible. Scott, good to see you. Off 9 p.m. You smell incredible as well. Kevin, good to see you. Bria, glad you could make it. Scent of the day, Montal Full Incense. Full Incense? Never heard of that one. Full Incense. Mark, I don't know why I'm having to approve your comment. It's not like it's something crazy. It was show or hide. It gave the option. So, Mark, good to see you in here. Glad you could drop in during work. I just happened to catch that over on the, because I got YouTube playing over there. StreamYard's right here. Aaron Terrence Hughes Supernova. Gian, how are you? Rocking Aqua di Gio Profondo. Scent of the Bay. I like that name. Day 2 of my vintage wearing for this week. Versace VS from 2001. Never smelled that one myself. Smooth Scents, good to see you. CK Into You. Good, cheap, hot weather scent. Pops off the skin. It's very different, too. I have a bottle of it. I haven't worn it in a while, but it's, I mean, I could say that about hundreds and hundreds of fragrances that I haven't worn in a while, but that was interesting. It's a little different. Creed Virgin Island Water. You smell phenomenal, Antonio. It's crazy how that's like up there in Aventus prices. Like they had a stock like 2 weeks ago at Fragrance Buy. It was $296. And then it sold out in like 3 days. I had put it on my watch list, wish list, and I was debating on grabbing a bottle finally. So I still have plenty of sprays in my decant. It sold out in like 2 or 3 days. It was $300 from Fragrance Buy. Aventus prices. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Virgin Island Water is still super popular, contrary to what some people think. Platine Privé, the newest flanker. Maritime Journey, that's a good one. I did a full review on that one a while ago. I have the original Maritime came in. I still need to spend more time with Voyage and Triumph. Those are going to be kind of reviews I'm going to work on kind of early summer because we're kind of mid to late spring at this point. So I'm still working on some stuff that's slightly more spring appropriate, hence Eternity Cologne and Eros Flame. Both those reviews come out tomorrow. Working on Vetiver Sensual right now as well. Versace Pour Homme, one of the greatest ever. Nautical Voyage, layering with Imperium. DJ, good to see you. Cedrat Boisé, just got home out the shower, putting on Evening Mystique. My man. Joel, good to see you. Lemon Line. That's my favorite Mancera I've picked up as of late. It got the highest first impressions rating out of all of the Mancera, and I've picked up 8 or 9 Manceras recently. Not counting Montal, just Mancera. And I put this one up there for sure. In case you didn't see, Joel, I'm rocking Vetiver Sensual today. Watching while I'm getting ready to work. Aqua Essenziale Blue. You, sir, smell incredible. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Electimus Imperium. Awesome fragrance. Smells like a blend of Ani and Hachivat. Ooh, I bet that does smell good. I've never tried it. Ferragamo EDT Pour Homme, the fig fragrance. Very woody fig. That's one I haven't even thought to wear. And I couldn't tell you how long. On my Ferragamo shelf, it's in the back, so it never crosses my mind. I might need to pull that one out. It's good for this time of year. Neebs in the house. What's going on, my man? Glad to see you. Joel, let's see. Evening. Hope you're good. I'm thinking of starting a fragrance collection with Detour Noir, 9 p.m., Spermsea and Oud, Shura, and Assad. What do you recommend? Are there any? I don't see there being any redundancy there because you have a Leighton clone, an Ultramale clone, Oud for Greatness clone. Shura is kind of its own thing, and Assad is Sauvage Elixir with a little bit of a twist because of the pineapple and coffee. I don't see any redundancy there. You're diving into the Middle Eastern fragrances pretty hardcore there, Matt. You're not going to spend a lot of money on all of that. I mean, the most expensive thing right there is like Supremacy and Oud, and that's going to be $40 some odd. So that's a good way to dabble if you're starting a collection. I think you're doing well. You're going after the what's hot now as far as affordable stuff that gives you bang for your buck. These Middle Eastern fragrances, you'll be able to experience some like Middle Eastern twists on some popular fragrances. You're not going to spend a lot of money. They all perform pretty well. Everything there performs good. And they all smell really good. So I think you got the bases covered. I would maybe go have something a little bit fresher. Maybe get your hands on Armaf or a Fresh, which is kind of the Eau de Parfum version of Versace Mano Fresh. That way you have a Freshie somewhere in there because there's nothing freshy. It's all darker stuff right there. And with the weather changing the way it is, I'd recommend adding something fresh. That's really the only thing I see missing. Or maybe Club de Nuit Sillage from Armaf. That's a Creed Silver Mountain Water clone. That's a pretty good one. Something where you're not going to spend but $30-ish, $35 and get you a Freshie that's got some good performance. I would recommend one of those two because it's either Silver Mountain Water or Versace Mano Fresh. Very popular, good stuff. And they both perform pretty well. And they're $30, $35. So just a thought. Obviously do as you see fit. Polo Blue Parfum. I have that on the rotation table. I'm wearing that this week. I've been itching to wear it. I've been pulling the cap and sniffing that one a lot lately. I agree completely. Thank you so much for that. Clifton's wearing rosé. I put it on the table. I mean, it stays on the rotation table. I lined it up to wear maybe this weekend, and then I'm debating on going with Lido Life from Scent Journey Fragrances, and then the day before that, Polo Blue Parfum. So I'm in the mood to wear rosé. So within the next week or so, it's going to pop up as a scent of the day. So I'm with you on that, Clifton. That's excellence right there. You smell great, my man. Hawass today. Hopes all's doing well. It definitely is. I can't complain. Urban Man Elixir. The fam's here. Bops Joel. What's going on, my man? Let's see. Creed distribution is still slow with that one, supply and demand. Yeah, for sure. They sell out very quickly every time they come in stock somewhere. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about Virgin Island water. Good to see you, CJ. Tobacco Rush. Miami Cuddles Fault. All right. Panorama, the Woods collection. I do not have my own fragrance brand. I have a collaboration fragrance with Zaharoff. It's called Evening Mystique. If you want to click the link tree at the top of the chat, it's the first link when you go in there. Dior Fahrenheit, you can buy a sample or you can get the bottle. Fahrenheit OG. Let's see. Have a bottle Club de Nuit, Cedrat Boisé. Am I the only person that doesn't seem to like the Aventus DNA? Well, Cedrat Boisé is not the Aventus DNA, contrary to what you'll see from some people online. If you were to put them next to each other, you'd be like, oh, God, those people are crazy. This doesn't smell like Aventus. So definitely an alternative to Aventus, but not a clone. That is not the Aventus DNA for sure. But, I mean, there's other people that don't like it. Some people don't understand the hype, but there are a lot of people that do like that scent profile, though. You're not crazy for it. It's a taste thing, you know. Coral Fantasy, what's going on? Second one I caught. Still don't get notifications. What the hell? I don't know why, Kevin. I don't know why. Commodity Vetiver. The Super Chat King, Volcanus, my man. $10 Super Chat. Intense Cedrat Boisé. The enthusiast version of Cedrat Boisé. Not quite as versatile, but in many ways is the better fragrance. Definitely in performance and in depth. The scent profile is much, much deeper. Glad to have you, my man. Thank you so much for the super chat. It just wouldn't be a stream without a super chat from you at this point. It's like so, super generous. I appreciate that. But I don't know. At some point, I know that Volcanus super chat's going to pop up early in the stream. I appreciate you, my man. Yeah, he absolutely is. Absolutely. And man, he's very generous. Can't wait to try my new pickups. 5 ml of Tony Iommi Monkey Special, Alhambra Exclusive Tobacco, and 10 ml and Nabil Ocean 10-4. We're going to jump into this first one here in just a second. Love it. Cuba Classic Prestige. Proves that we're all different. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody's got different tastes. Look, Cuba Black, Cuba Prestige Black, the fragrance I hate the most. But to each their own. Just because I hate it doesn't mean you won't love it, you know? No shade towards anybody that likes that fragrance. I can't stand it. It smells terrible to me. Man, Sarah Sicily collar coming through with some heat. There we go. So unfortunately, the emojis on StreamYard, when you pin it, they don't pop up. But yeah, there you go. Most of them, anyways. 2 sprays last all day. Send a day, 9 p.m. Best 250 ever spent. Sauvage Elixir, 100 ml, and K Eau de Parfum. That's actually pretty versatile. K EDP is really good. Doesn't get enough love. Okay. So I'm going to have to skip a few here, guys. Yeah, I mean, in many ways, it's definitely better. No guests today, just me. I got 3 fragrances we're going to bust open and smell for the first time. See, like he's using a bunch of the emojis, and I can't. I mean, you can see them on YouTube, but when I pin them on StreamYard, it just shows the names of them. That's the elite members emoji, and then that's my head that I cut out of me screaming from one of the thumbnails, one of the masculine fragrances thumbnails. So let's jump into this. So I've got 2 from Gentleman's Nod. The 2 newest ones. I've had them for about 2 weeks. Haven't touched them yet. So Juniper, Reverie, I believe. I haven't looked at any notes. Obviously, you can see the sticker's still intact. We have, I want to make sure I say this right, Cosecha Catalana. So that's the 2 newest releases there. And Angelo Caroli. I forgot I had this. This came in a while back. I've been having this. Sandalo Imperiale. Been having it. Totally forgot. I have so much shit coming in all the time that it's easy to miss stuff, apparently. I've got to that point, I guess. So let me go ahead and twist that. Pull it out. Gentleman's Nods dropped some pretty good stuff here recently. Look at that. Look at that coin on the top. Look how good that is. If I can get it to focus. The enamel work, embossing, debossing. Looks really good. No sticker on this one. It's just the coin on the top. So we're going on skin with all of these. And we'll read off everything after I sniff on it for a little bit. We'll cross-reference on a screen share with the website. Sprays really good. Very fresh. Very, very fresh. Fresh with a little bit of spiciness, but not like a peppery spice. Kind of like a green spice. Very aromatic and spicy. The name's fitting because that does kind of smell like juniper berries, and juniper's in the name, so I'm assuming there's juniper here for sure. Love these emojis. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I'm glad you guys enjoy using them. I thought it'd be something interesting. I'm able to make them, so why the hell not make them? As a Canadian, it's NHL draft lottery tonight, hoping Montreal Canadiens gets first. 10-4. Drastically heavy spray. Yeah, when I wear that one, I spray it super heavy too. You can bathe in that stuff. It's got a very strong green herbal facet, but a green spice. I want to think things like rosemary and basil, like greens like that. It might not necessarily be those, but that's the kind of feel and vibe that I get from this aroma. There's some citrus here, but it's not super sharp. But I get plenty of the aromatics and green spices here. Very barbershop-esque, but not run-of-the-mill barbershop, but also not super unique. Like, it smells really good, though. The quality is definitely there. It's perfumed at Mon. Vince, I always say his name wrong. Vincent Kaczynski, I believe is how you say that. It's the same perfumer that made Brass and Soul and Second Soul for Justin. This is very versatile, very fresh, very, very fresh. Let's cross-reference this one and see what the notes are. I have Gentleman's Nod pulled up. Haven't looked at anything. Let's go fragrance. Where is Juniper Reverie? Here we go. So 50 ml will run you $89. If you use the link in the description, the link automatically saves you 10%. So you can save $8.90. Spring has arrived, and so has the new fragrance collection. Elan, noun vigorous enthusiasm. Juniper Reverie is the first installment of this particular collection. Opens with an invigorating combo of bright lemon, fresh juniper, definitely juniper, wrapped in a slightly sweet, boozy cognac accord. I would not have guessed that. I don't specifically smell cognac. Transitions with a unique mix of freshly ground coffee and soft florals with aromatic incense. Definitely get the incense and myrrh. Finished with sensual and warm. It's a 27% concentration. Vincent Kaczynski and two perfumers and Hugo Charon, I believe is how you say that. Fragrance notes are lemon, juniper, cognac, and I couldn't even begin to tell you what the hell that is. Coffee, violet, myrrh and incense, amber, cedarwood, musk, and vetiver. I get plenty of the musk and woody facets, but I'm surprised that there's booze here. It doesn't smell super boozy. If anything, it smells more like gin, like a heavy dose of juniper than juniper mixed with cognac. Maybe that's what that creates. A hefty dose of juniper and cognac creates that kind of crisp, like very gin and tonic smell. Like not so much the tonic water side of it, but definitely a very gin heavy smell. And that incense makes sense. It's not super smoky, but there's a light essence to it as far as like this light smoky nuance, but not, I wouldn't call it super smoky. Typically incense really pops on my skin, and maybe on others it might not even rear its head, whereas it's coming out a little bit on my skin, but not heavily. It's pretty damn good. I would consider this more of a vetiver-based fragrance. Not the same scent profile as this, but I would put them in the same vein. Easy to wear, easy to like, warm weather, very fresh, super versatile. It's getting better and better as it settles as well. Yeah, this is good stuff. I believe my buddy Dave Cali made a post about this one the other day and said it was his favorite fragrance from Gentleman's Nod. My favorite's still Musashi. Musashi's amazing. It's a beautiful yuzu and tea fragrance. It's hard to top for me. That's still my favorite from the house. It's pretty damn good, though. We'll let that dry down and come back to it. Go ahead and put this to the side for now. Go ahead and kill the split screen. Get caught up with you guys a little bit, because if I just focus on the fragrances, I'll get so far behind on the chat, it'll be unreal. So let's see, just got Tonka Cola. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. There you go. That's a banger. I love that stuff. Man with Sense, Commodity Gin. Speaking of gin, waiting impatiently for the new Essentia out for delivery today. Banana Republic Cypress Cedar for second day in a row. What's going on, Grant? Hey, don't tell me anything about it. I'm about to smell that one next. We're going to do that one next. Glad you like it, though. I think the color scheme has me intrigued. Out in the fields, that looks like a lavender field to me. So I feel like it's going to be very lavender heavy. What can I get around $60 for a summer fragrance that's out of the ordinary? Not trying to have too much similar fragrances in my collection. That's a loaded question that I'll have to give a little thought to. That's not a spur of the moment question. I have to get back to you on that. New viewer, first time I get to interact. Good day, room. Charlie, glad to have you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you, my man. And DJ, I'm glad you guys are enjoying using these emojis. Dang, we slipping on the likes. Oh, really? Let me switch over. 53 likes, 94 viewers. It could definitely be better. I've seen worse, but it could be better. Great bitter orange note up top in that cypress cedar. For sure, it's very similar to Terre d'Hermès. I find it's a little easier going because it's a little bit more synthetic. It's obviously cheaper fragrance, but it's solid. If you like the Terre d'Hermès DNA, it's hard to not like that one. Smooth operator with the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Hashtag Goat Life. Thank you, man. Hit that like button. That's what I'm talking about. You get backed up in the comments, then people get mad because you don't read their comments. LOL. Yeah, I know what you're referencing. Little Gen Z that got his feelings hurt the other day, talking about I'm being disrespectful. I'm sure he unsubscribed, and good riddance. Bye. But glad to have you, though, Eric. I appreciate that. But I know the exact reference. Absolutely. The pleasure is mine, my man. Ralph's Club Parfum. That, for as warm as it is, I think that can you can get away with that one summer evenings for sure, year round. It's not really loud, but boy, the scent is great on that fragrance. The scent is phenomenal for as easy to wear and versatile. Very blue is the eau de parfum. The parfum is just superior. I'm sorry, it's not as loud. If you want more attention, you want to wear the regular Ralph's Club, but the parfum, whew, magnificent scent. I think Ralph Lauren, they got a good one there. Good afternoon, Scott. Dylan, glad to see you using the emojis. Malibu Party in the Bay. Is that the Virgin Island water clone? No, I'm curious. Let's check. Yes, it is. I think so. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I've heard good things about it. I've seen a few things about it. That's why immediately I'm like, wait a second. I know that fragrance. I haven't smelled it though. I'd like to try it. Plus, any room I interact, I always hit the like button. I appreciate that, Charlie. Thank you very much, my man. Oh, poor baby. Yeah. Help support the content. Only $5 a month. Become a TLTG Elite member. Cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah. Every dollar counts. I appreciate that, Kyler. Thank you very much, man. Bane coming with this. Save those for later, Bane. We do those after the agenda when we're just chopping it up. I'm just catching up a little bit right now. 2 winners from Montal, Ristretto, Intense Cafe, and Arabian's Tonka. That is 2. I've heard good things about Arabian's Tonka. Ristretto Intense Cafe is good. I just have Intense Cafe. Remember, I couldn't. For those of you that were here the other day, it was on the tip of my tongue. It's Intense Cafe. I was trying to say. For some reason, I just couldn't. Supernova. Just I know you won't forget. Just hold on to it after we got 2 more fragrances, which we're about to jump into it. LJ, my man, with a $5 super chat. As always, on my way to the gym, Gym Scent of the Day, Mercedes-Benz Club Sport. My man, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you stopping by and showing a little love and saying hello to everybody. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated. No, I've never tried Blue Astral. Never tried it. There's a lot of Issies that I'd like to get my nose on. They put out a lot of good stuff. Looking to purchase 2 Raja fragrances, 1 freshie, 1 darky. Rapid fire. Which ones would you choose? Immediately, if you want to spend, depends on the money you're looking to spend, but I mean, it's easy to say Isola Blue. That's immediately my favorite from them. And as far as very dark, Amber Oud. That's my favorite dark fragrance from them. Amber Oud's the best rose oud I've ever smelled. Ever. Not everybody's going to agree with me. Everybody's got their pick because there's a ton of them out there, but that is the best rose oud, most intoxicating rose oud fragrance I've ever smelled. Raja Parfum's Amber Oud. That's the dark one I would pick, and it's between Isola Blue and probably Harrod's Parfum. That would be between those 2 for the freshies. They're on the pricey side, but you'll know why when you smell them. I wouldn't blind buy them. Try them first. They're expensive as shit. Definitely, that's the ones I would try, though. For the freshies, my picks would be Harrod's Parfum Pour Homme, Isola Blue, and then for the dark ones, I guess I'll give you 2 instead of just 1. Amber Oud, and Creation E is not really all that dark, per se. And honestly, the Apex fragrances aren't all that dark, but believe it or not, the darker of the 2, I think, would be the EDP. So try Apex EDP. It's more of an earthy green, woodsy fragrance. It's darker than you think. It's darker than it gets credit for. Thank you, Ben Diesel. We appreciate you. Welcome to the membership. Oh, okay. Let me see. I guess we got a new member. I'll get to that here in just a second. Let me get caught up. Scent of the Night, Triple X, checking in from Germany. Terry, good to have you. Okay, Cola Scents. I had an internal toss between Tonka Cola and Frank Beauclerc. Vinyl. Went with Vinyl because it was a whiskey cola. I haven't, but that sounds really good, though. Bane, welcome. I appreciate. Just picked up Broken Anatomy Discovery Set. I haven't. The bottles are interesting though, with the brain caps and everything. I've seen them a ton of times. We follow each other on Instagram. I just haven't gotten around to trying them. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you signing up. Welcome to the family. Not sure what level you jumped on, but if nothing else, we're glad to have you. And like I said, the All-Star tier and above. Got the designer giveaway. For those of you curious, the All-Star tier and above, the giveaway for that is Dior Homme Sport 2021 75 ml. Last weekend of the month, we're doing a live stream to do the 2 giveaways. All members are invited, even if you're not in the tier for the giveaways. You can still come hang out with us. And then for Hall of Fame tier and above, we're christening it with a bottle of Evening Mystique. It felt right for the niche tier to start off first giveaway with Evening Mystique. But starting next month, mid-month, there's going to be a poll for each giveaway with 5 choices from each, and I'm going to let you guys vote on which fragrances should I buy for the giveaways at the end of the month. But welcome to the family. We appreciate you, my man. Yeah, there you go. Kyla's jumping in on it. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. I'm getting carried away. We're 25 minutes in. I like to twist because I want to loosen it up because I don't want to tear the sticker. Just kind of wiggle it. There we go. See, that way the sticker doesn't tear. Ooh, this is a dark juice. Very dark juice. Here we have the label. We are going to just spray it, and we'll cross-reference in just a bit. 2 good sprays. Well, spray and a half, technically. That reminds me of something. It's a creamy, musky smell. Out in the air, anyways. Oh, very much. Like a cumin, more of a cumin clove kind of thing going on here. Some florals. This is more of a vintage style. I appreciate that, Grant. Thank you, my man. This month's giveaway. Yep. Appreciate you, Kyler. Sandy, good to see you. Just purchased Ismiyaki Vetiver Intense. Already sampled it. Was very impressed. Scent of the day is Luna Rosa Ocean, the new Eau de Parfum. I'm going to get my nose on that one eventually. Glad to see you, though, Sandy. This one's more interesting, where Juniper Reverie, I believe, Reverie, however you pronounce it. Oh, it's super fresh, though. It's kind of, what's it giving me a vibe of? We'll go back to that one because it's drying down. This is giving me the kind of vibe that I get from like a Raja Parfum's Danger. A little creamy, musky, a little animalistic. Some florals, but like some rich, earthy florals that doesn't make it real powdery. It's not bright and fresh floral. There's something kind of dark and a little like dirty about it. I mean that in a good way. Happens more than you would believe because I smell a lot of fragrances. I love when I come across something I haven't smelled before. I can't remember smelling before. My favorite postal worker. What's going on, man? Glad you could make it. Yeah, no doubt. You're absolutely right, Grant. This is special. They're both really good, and I do like them more than Jackie. The last release was more of a safe, classic style, whereas these are both better than the last release of Jackie. Shit, this is real good. Let's do a screen share. Let's go back to Gentleman's Nod. I am very curious about these notes. Vincent Kaczynski again, 25%. Colita Catalana. Catalana is a Mediterranean fragrance inspired by a fall harvest. This does fit a fall theme. Morning dawns. You set your eyes upon a beautiful Mediterranean coastline. Immediately, you're met with an intensely aromatic green herbal aroma, very much. Highlighted by bright citrus. Not so much on my skin. Traveling inland, dry florals and herbal. Yes, yes, yes. Woody accents draw you further into the sprawling countryside. And evening approaches, you're greeted by the comforting warmth of creamy woods. Definitely that creaminess I'm getting. The golden amber that is earthy yet slightly sweet and resinous. A lot of that makes sense to me. It's got a muskiness to it though. Let's see. Top notes: bergamot, basil, sage, artemisia, and clementine. Okay, the basil and the artemisia make a lot of sense here. Geranium, orris, hyacinth, cedarwood. So there's the florals, but it's not like a minty geranium. It's more of a sweet geranium, and this is a very creamy musk. Let's see, where's musk? Vetiver, sandalwood, Santamanal, whatever the hell that is, musk and golden amber. Yeah, there's a lot of musk, but it's a very creamy, like the sandalwood musk combo is very creamy. I believe the vetiver is providing some earthiness here, and the hyacinth might be adding some freshness here, but this geranium is more of a sweet geranium than it is minty. This is really, really good. This is really good. This is not for young men either. This has more of a masculine, mature vibe to it. Damn, this is really, really good. Excellent. Chris, if you happen to see this, I'm sure you will at some point. This one's a winner for sure. Juniper Reverie is very good, but this is stepping outside a little bit. This is more of a storytelling scent profile. Whereas I'm not saying you're not telling a story with the other one, but it's just so fresh and easygoing and versatile that this one you can tell has a little bit more complexity and depth to the aroma. This is a banger. This is better than Musashi. Musashi is my favorite freshie of the house now, is how I look at it. Musashi is my number 2. Let me make sure I pronounce it right. Cosecha, probably Cosecha. Catalana is the best Gentleman's Nod fragrance, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a banger. And it's cheaper than the other one. It's $75 before the 10% off. And just in case you guys were wondering, yes, you can get samples. See, look, $4 before the 10%. 10% would save you 40 cents, obviously. Not a big discount, but a discount nonetheless. This is an absolute banger. Absolute banger. Yes, Grant, you are absolutely right. This is a banger. The Bane's also rocking Prada Luna Rosa Ocean EDP. Let's see. Bane, Snappy, you have great taste. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I tried the X-Trait for the first time in yesterday's live stream. Joe sent me a decant of it. Noah, good to see you. Hello, everyone. Scent of the Day Safari, classic. Also, recommendation for a fresh, long-lasting summer MFK fragrance. That's easily, for me, going to be Aqua Celestia Forte. It's very green. Mint, lime, petitgrain dominates that fragrance. Long-lasting, fresh and green, versatile, has an elegance, but nothing too serious. Dresses up, dresses down. My favorite MFK fragrance. It was easy to recommend that one. That was an easy answer. Mancera Sicily. Excellent choice, Greg. Very, very good choice. Yeah, this is a banger, guys. I would recommend trying it. If you want something out of the norm that's not the same old, Cosecha, I believe is how you say that. Catalana from Gentleman's Nod. This is excellent. And for those of you just jumping on, these are procured and perfumed at Mon, high-quality oils. Vincent Kaczynski, I can never say his name right, that also perfumed Brass and Soul and Second Soul for Justin in the Z Creators Project. Yeah, this is a banger. So we've got one left. God, this is good. God, this is really good. Yes, but not right now. I'm in freshie mode. So that one is something I'd like to add in the fall. Because I'm moving south. It's going to be hotter, so I'm definitely not going to. And like summer is hot enough over here. I'm just looking for fresher stuff at this point. So that is something I am interested in getting, but not till later in the year. Like it's a no for right now, but later in the year, I'd definitely like to add it to the collection. Darren J, what's going on, man? Gentleman Cologne. It's a great one. I've never tried Megamare. I've tried some clones, but not the original. It's like a lime popsicle with a hint of coconut. So not so much Virgin Island water. More its own twist on that, I guess, then, huh? Hit that like as soon as I got on before I forget. I appreciate that, Lewis. Thank you, man. Heard MFK added a note that throws it off. I just got a newer batch bottle, and it doesn't smell as good as the sample I got from Decant X. Hopefully, over time, it gets better. So that's the answer for the Amorous EDT, I'm assuming. God, such a banger. Ooh, Juniper's getting better, too. But let's jump into this last one. Niche House. It's my first fragrance from them, Angelo Caroli. This is Sandalo Imperiale. There's the fragrance. Let's see what we're working with here. Decent presentation, nothing special. Bottle's hefty. It's almost like the tumbled pebbling to leather. Almost feels like if a football was made of a soft leather instead of a pigskin. That's kind of what I get from this. Well, cap's absolute shit. The plastic on the inside came off a little bit. Cap's absolute shit. All right, let's see. Oh, sprayed right away. All right. Give that a... Ooh, it's a little darker than I anticipated. Okay. Cumin. A lot of it. A lot of cumin. Ooh, yeah. Dark and spicy and cumin musky. Lot of cumin. Gotta be. I'll be amazed if there isn't cumin in here. It smells like a bomb. Whew. Not for the faint of heart. Okay. Okay, Angelo Caroli. I see what you're doing here. Yeah, I can't see everybody liking this. This is a polarizing scent. This is super crazy masculine and niche. It's not a crowd pleaser right here, guys. Challenging, but not like a crazy challenge. Like if you know what you're going into. It's blind for me. I didn't know what I was getting into here, but very woodsy. I mean, with the name like Sandalo, I would expect sandalwood in here. Very woodsy. A lot of cumin. It's calmed down a little bit. It was very punch you in the nose cumin. Earthy, spiced, warm, very warm and spicy. A little floral. Okay, let's I pulled up Parfumo. We just got to type it in and pull it up. Let me switch to Parfumo. Jump on the split screen. Sandalo Imperiale. There we go. Angelo Caroli. Average rating, only 5 ratings. Woody, spicy, resinous, leathery, and oriental. Black pepper, lime, and rosewood. Rosewood, that's what's different. Heart notes of cumin. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I would have been amazed if cumin wasn't in this note breakdown. Geranium and violet leaves. So there's that light floral tone. Base notes of benzoin, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, and woody notes. Okay, so rosewood, sandalwood, and woody notes. That explains why it's so woody. It's woody and cumin and spicy is the main things I get here. This is a strange one. This is not some mass appealing fragrance. This is very elegant and dressy. This is not a casual fragrance at all. It is getting much, much nicer as it smooths over. 100 plus in the chat. Hit the like button. That's what I'm saying. Get them, Kyler. Hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Yeah, this one's something different. Truthful, I am not the layering type unless I'm doing stuff like this where I'm wearing my scent of the day and I'm doing first impressions on a video with you guys. Outside of that, just to wear, I don't really do that stuff. Set Sail Martinique from Tommy Bahama. That's a great one. Eric, what's going on, my man? Good people in the chat. Nishane Hachivat, you smell good, sir. Any of them fragrances at LL Cool J lip smacking scent? Nah, not really. Good evening. Good to see you. Very, very spicy. I don't get so much leathery. It says leathery for the Accord, but not so much. Maybe as it dries, it'll get more leathery. The edge has smoothed over, though. I think the woods are kind of taking hold of this fragrance because it's not as like punch you in the nose, spicy cumin filled like the opening. The opening was a hefty dose of cumin. That was easy to pick up. Very easy to pick up. If you don't like cumin, you'll hate this fragrance. This is not a safe blind buy. Something enjoyable about it, though. It's kind of primal, but not when I say primal, some of you may have heard me say that about the Royale Triple X scent profile. A little bit in the same vein because it's so uber masculine, but the scent profiles don't match. But as far as like just type of aggressive masculine, yeah, that's what I mean when I say primal. It is a little creamy starting to set in now. There's got to be the sandalwood. And with Sandalo being in the name, I would like to think that's going to be a primary thing for this as it dries. Got a little bit of juniper to freshen my nose up. Yeah, that's nice. I wouldn't say it's the best fragrance in this stream, though. People have different tastes. Maybe you like the smell of orange better. I do like orange. Supernova. Oh, another person wearing Supernova today. Supernova is excellent. So let's do a quick first impressions rating on these, shall we? So this is dried down the longest. This is Juniper Reverie, I believe is how you say it. Gentleman's nod. Come on now. I want to show this beautiful coin. You duck my head behind, maybe it'll focus. Come on now. Focus. It's not like it's my Logitech camera. It's my freaking Sony Handycam. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'm wondering what the hell. Interesting that the Gentleman's Nod logo is backwards, though. It's because I have it upside down because I'm a dumbass. That's why. So this has gotten a little familiar. There's something icy, minty, fresh about this. Let's go back to the notes on it. I want to cross-reference. A lot of Juniper. Very gin dominant. Gin dominant is what I get from this. There's nothing really all that minty about this, but it's like an iced lemon gin type of smell at the top, a little incensey, woodsy, and a little smoky. This is so easy to like. I can see why Dave likes this one. Dave Callie from Callie's Groom Room. I can see why. This is up there with Musashi on just so easy to wear and easy to like. Super versatile. I think this is number 3 from the house for me because Musashi just took a number 2 spot to the other one. But as far as a first impressions rating, this is actually great at an 8 out of 10. This is great. This is a great aromatic that it has a familiarity. I can't quite put my finger on what some of the aromas I'm getting here reminds me of, but I get a lot of this bright, mega fresh gin. Very aromatic without being soapy. It's not soapy in the least to me. It's a little smoky and woodsy and musky. This is really, really, really nice. Really nice. Excellent. But that means that this, since I've already dubbed it as the best of the house, is going to be a higher rating. Cosecha? I got to ask Chris how to say that properly. Catalana. So, man, this is good. It's still very creamy floral, a little dirty, but I mean that in a good way, in such a good way. This is fantastic. Let me cross-reference these notes one more time. Yeah, very, very creamy. Oh, I love it. Sweet geranium. That's that sweetness. Okay. Musk, sandalwood. Yeah, this is a banger. This is outstanding. This one's a 9 out of 10. This is outstanding. This is the best fragrance Chris has put out from Gentleman's Nod. For those of you who don't know, Chris is the name of the owner of Gentleman's Nod. This is the best fragrance from the house. This is the best thing he's put out. It's better than Musashi. It's better than Juniper Reverie. It's better than Jackie. It's better than Ernest. It's the best one. It's not the most mass appealing, but it is the best smelling one, the most original smelling. I can't pinpoint any other fragrance that smells exactly like it, but I think fragrances like Danger Parfum from Raja Parfums, which I'm a huge fan of. I gave that one a 9.5, so it's easy to put this one in as a 9. I don't think it's quite on the level of Danger Parfum, but it's pretty damn close. But that's what it makes me think of. A lot of coumarin at its core. It's got this coumarin smell. Even though it's not listed in the notes, I definitely get this coumarin smell. This is a banger. Like I said, 9 out of 10. It's outstanding. This is the best Gentleman's Nod fragrance, at least in my opinion. Some people may not like it. You never know. But Angelo Caroli, Sandalo Imperiale. Ooh, this is getting better and better, and it's getting much more likable as it dries. The opening is a little in your face because it was so spicy and cumin heavy. It's just almost like a clove-like smell. You know, that dirty, warm, spicy, musky tone. It's much more creamy and ambery and powdery now. It's transitioned greatly. It got a lot better. It was good. It's gotten really good now. Terrible for this time of year, though, but this one's great as well. This one's an 8 out of 10. This got really good. If it would have stayed something like the way the opening was, I think it would have at best got a 7 out of 10 at very good, because it was still very good. But it wasn't like blowing me away, like, oh God, this is attractive and I need to wear it. Now that it's dried down, it's very attractive. I definitely see myself wanting to reach for this one on a dressy occasion evening out. Dressier. Like my wife's birthday is around the corner. It's on the 14th. It's on Mother's Day. She doesn't want to do it on Mother's Day, so we're probably going to do either the Saturday or the Monday, which is this weekend, in fact. I might just go with this. Let her smell it. I'm going to let it dry down a little bit before I'm going to let her smell it now that it's settling. Let her smell this spray and get her thoughts, because I always let her pick my scent. Last year, it was Roger Parfum Sweetie Oud for her birthday last year. Right there. That was her pick last year. I let her pick my fragrance because it's whatever she wants to smell. Because we're in close quarters. It's a very intimate day when it's her birthday, obviously. And we're going out and doing things, and the nightcap, the evening, and all that good stuff. So I always let her pick my fragrance. What do you want to smell all night on me? So let her try this out. She may pick it. She may not. I don't know. I like it. Just because I like it doesn't mean she will. But it's gotten much more sexy. That creamy sandalwood, soft, powdery tone, the warmth without all the spice because the spice is faded. Just the sex appeal to this one. It's still got that primal edge, but not as in your face. Good stuff. No, nor will it ever happen. She said she's not interested. I've tried for years. I gave up a long time ago at this point. You'll never see her on this channel. It just won't happen. Doing a fragrance video. She's not interested. She doesn't want to be in camera. So, no. Definitely not. My gin smells like an ice-cold slow gin fizz. I bet it's good. Always good to hear about new fragrances. Absolutely. Like, this is 3 really good ones. There was nothing to really kind of crap on. I mean, it's good to crap on something here and there, but it's got to be worth crapping on. I'm not going to crap on something just to do it. You know, that's how I genuinely feel about all 3 of these. It's very good. We got a freaking 8, and another 8, and a 9. Which I don't know if I gave the rating. This is 8, by the way. I think I said the 8. So, yeah, 2 8s, 2 great fragrances, and 1 outstanding fragrance. Whew, man. I had such a pleasant interaction with ATH Sandy, and there are a lot of people that haven't, but I'm glad they're treating you well. Very intrigued. Also, I'm Rob Bliss. Let's see. Instant Crush is my Sauvage Elixir alternative. Super crazy loud. It is super crazy loud, but they do smell absolutely nothing alike. Like, not even a little. Not even a little. I think it's funny that you say that it's your alternative. I guess you just prefer to wear it, is what you mean, as alternative, because they definitely don't relate in scent profile. Let's see. How is it? Supernova is excellent. So we got a few more minutes. We'll just chop it up about whatever. I see we randomly lost 30 people all of a sudden. Interesting. Maybe they had somewhere they needed to be. Actually did a full review on it. It's very, very nice, Dylan. I'll tell you, just like I told the last live stream, anytime you're curious about a fragrance and my thoughts on it, it's always the easiest thing to type in TLTG and whatever the hell you're looking for, because I've got 2,000 videos. I'm not saying I will have a video on everything you're looking for, but on a lot of stuff I do. I was the first person to put out something in a live stream because it happened literally on the live stream. Somebody brought it to my attention. And then about a week later, I did a review on it. I actually bought it at full retail. Very nice, zesty lemon, salted coconut type of smell. But definitely check out the full review to get some more info. Yeah, see, Paul gets it. ATH experience have been exceptional. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, it just popped in my head. So Wednesday, I will be live with Justin on his channel. Let me tell you guys what time. I have it in my calendar. I want to make sure I give you the right info. At 5 o'clock Central, me and Justin will be live on his channel. I was told I have to pick out 3. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of critical discussion. We'll talk a little bit Zed creators, but the main topic is our 3 favorite designer fragrance houses that we have the most fragrances from, and why that is the case, why we have so many fragrances from them. So I got to let him know which 3 I'm picking so we don't pick doubles. I know 2 already, just off the top of my head. I haven't looked around yet. I literally got this all set up as soon as I got home from Chipotle after training. So it's been kind of it's always a hurry to get to the camera when I set up these lives, because I try to make it as early as I can while still getting everything I need to get done prior. But 5 o'clock Central, Justin Copeland, Stay Fresh Productions. Me and him will be on talking fragrances. Here we go. What's your top 5 niche fragrance openings of all time? Not fragrance, just openings. Very specific. Okay. Let me think about that one for a second. Oh, yeah. Here's one. Joel just said it. Lemon line from Mancera. That opening to die for. Super sharp lemon. So there's one. Mancera lemon line is one of the best openings ever. Elysium Parfum pour Homme, one of the best openings ever. Let me look around a little bit. Because I'm trying not to think total package. Just opening. I'm thinking just first 5 minutes of a fragrance. There's so many. So many good ones. For me, Amouage Epic Man. I just love that fragrance. Everything about it. The opening, everything. Rosé. Zaharoff Signature Rosé. I mean, I got to. It's phenomenal. And one more. Ooh, Vertus Vanilla Oud. That opening's magnificent. It's magic. It's absolute friggin' magic. Hypnotizing. It's so good. So there you go. Lemon Line, Elysium Parfum pour Homme, Epic Man, Signature Rosé, and Vertus Vanilla Oud. There you go. There's my 5. Tip 4. Agree, Sandy. Love ATH. I got the most Mont Blancs. Affordable, good starter house for sure. I agree with that. Amber Oud Blue and Tequila Blue. Looking forward to that live stream. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Every time me and Justin get together, it's always good. We have great chemistry together. We're very good friends, and we can have a great critical discussion. And we align on a lot of topics. And sometimes we're on the other side of the fence. It's always a great conversation. Armani is indeed one of the houses. That's one of the first. Dolce & Gabbana and Armani are the first two that came to mind. I got to do a count to see what number 3 is going to be. Elysium, yeah, it's amazing. Acqua di Gio Profumo, Hachivat, my guy. Yes, sir. That was a great question. Boogie Daddy, I used to go nosebleed to Guapo. I think he meant nose blind. But the fragrance says macerated over the past year and become strong. Oh, yeah, he did mean. Okay. Just making sure. So let me see. So, by the way, any of you that are interested, I believe I have links down below. Make sure, yeah, Fragorpedia House and everything. Okay, yeah. So if you're interested in checking any of those out, there's links below. 10% off by using the Gentleman's Nods links. You can get samples. $4 or $5. Get a sample, try them out. Just if you were curious. For as good as this is, I'm going to wear this one first because it's so fresh and versatile. I'm definitely going to wear Juniper Reverie first. YSL Y line. YSL might be my 3rd house. I got a lot of YSL fragrances. I think that's going to be my 3rd house. So Dolce & Gabbana, Armani. Because Armani, I pretty much look at it as everything that's not private line. So the Armani line, the Emporio Armani line, the Giorgio Armani line. Because Giorgio Armani, that encompasses the Acqua di Gio line and Armani Code. Emporio Armani, that's stronger with you for me. Obviously, I don't have diamonds and all that stuff, that line. And then I have Armani Eau de Noir. That's the only one I have from that line. But I have a bunch of Armani fragrances. Bunch of Dolce & Gabbana. And YSL. I got a lot of YSL fragrances. So I'm going to go with those 3. That's going to be my 3. I got to let Justin know. I'm affiliated with them. I have an affiliate link. But, I mean, they don't sponsor me. I'd have to have some astronomical sales to get to tier 1. To where I'd be a contracted and sponsored athlete. They only do 2 per year. I doubt I'll ever get to that. I don't get that type of sales through it. I'm just a big fan of the brand. They don't give me a ton of free stuff. I get free stuff on occasion, but 90% of the apparel you've seen me in that has Redcon on it, I have bought. I buy a lot of stuff from Redcon One. Majority of my supplements come from them, and then I got a collection of hoodies to work out in, t-shirts, sleeveless hoodies, tank tops, stringer tank tops. I've got a windbreaker. I got a bunch of hats. I've got a bunch of Redcon One stuff. My elbow sleeves are Redcon One. Big fan of the brand. Let's see. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm what's called a tier operator. I'm one of their affiliates. I'm at tier 4. I'm almost to tier 3. I'm like a few orders away from tier 3. There's a 5-tier system. Tier 5, you start out, and then tier 4 takes a while in tier 4. And then tier 3, obviously that's going to take a while as well. But what's benefits you get change as you go up in the tiers. But yeah, it's not something. I'm not some big giant moneymaker for them that they should like sponsor me. You know, it doesn't work like that to just reach out and ask. Just looked and have so many Dior and Armani. Third was Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne was in the running. That's one that came to mind. I was like, oh, no, I got other brands, designer brands that I have more from. Best citrus openings out of YSL, Y80P, Le Parfum, and Live. Better than for some. Ooh, the better one for summer, I would think, would still be the Le Parfum. The EDP, I don't like to wear during the summer because it's the sweetest of those. And then I think second would be Live because the EDP is very, very sweet. It can be cloying in the high heat. There's others that may argue it. And look, if you like sweet in the heat, I know that rhyme, that was random, but you could go with the EDP. But for me, the aldehydes pop a bit more, and it's not as sweet with the Le Parfum, even though it's a heavy oil. Still wear, I think it's still going to wear. It's the best year-round one. It's my favorite one is the Le Parfum. But Live is like Y mixed with Invictus. That's still a little sweet, but it's not as sweet as the EDP. So I would say Le Parfum, then Live, then the EDP. There you go. There you go. So Bane, hit me with your question again because we're about to shut it down. If you don't mind, type it again for me, and I'll go ahead and answer it. Because Bane likes to hit these thought-provoking, has nothing to do with fragrance questions in every live stream. Colonia, it does have a great citrus opening. For sure, it definitely does. Scent of the day, Evening Mystique. Incredible fragrance from the mind of an incredible person. Much love, Ross. I appreciate that, Dilly. Thank you, man. Thank you, seriously. We've officially gotten to a point to where we have more likes than viewers. We got 83 viewers and 99 likes. Anybody here that hasn't liked yet, hit a thumbs up for me. Let's get over 100 if you don't mind. Cool Water Street Fighter. Le Parfum's also my favorite. Yeah, it's so balanced for that line, for that DNA. It's very balanced. Ben with the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Favorite summer fragrance. Mine, Spice Bomb Eau Fresh. That's a damn good one. They should have never discontinued that damn fragrance. It's the best smelling one. If it was still in the market, I'd say that's my favorite. But it's so expensive to get a bottle now. That's why I never talk about it. But my favorite summer fragrance, that's a tough one to just do one. That's tough. Right now, the one I'm most excited to wear when summer rolls around that immediately comes to mind is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love. I'm a big fan of that one. I love the O Intense. That would be an easy second choice. But Light Blue Italian Love, it's just something about it. I really, really, really vibe with that fragrance. And then YSL Y80T. I have the old formula. I have 200 ml bottles, but because the newer formula of Y80T is a little bit more vanillic sweetness. Like it's sweeter than the original EDT, whereas the first EDT is more aldehydes. That's why I like the old formula of Y80T. So that's probably another one I would throw out there. And as soon as somebody says something about Spice Bomb, here comes Rocky with that Spice Bomb again. I'm gonna have to make an emoji for you. You'd have to be a member to use it though. But if you tell you what, Rocky, if you sign up for just the basic level, I will make a Spice Bomb bottle emoji for you to use specifically, sir. I will do that after this stream if you sign up. Let's see. But yeah, Ben, I appreciate that. I would say try it. It's not going to be for everybody. Most people like Forever more. They are similar. That's more dominant grapefruit the whole way through. Whereas Italian Love, the balance is a little bit better with the bergamot and the grapefruit. And I get a lot of the patchouli. I get this earthy green, slightly seaweedish type of smell from it with that aquatic heart. I love Italian Love. It's pretty much my favorite light blue at this point. Slightly over the O Intense and the original. That's still, if I had to only pick one, it's still the original light blue Pour Homme. I just love the way it smells. Pivotal fragrance in my fragrance journey from the early 2000s when it first came out. Fell in love with it back in like 05 when it came out. Fell in love with that fragrance. But I hope that helps answer your question. No, I answer a ton of questions since 30, 40 minutes ago when you asked. So definitely type out again because we're going to be shutting it down here in just a minute. If I don't get to it, I don't get to it. I threw it out there for you to type it out again. Even Mystique and Second Soul are on my radar. I hope you enjoy them, Dylan. You can definitely get samples. I believe you ordered some samples, huh? So you can at least try them. So that's my all-time favorite fragrance, but because it's so expensive for people, like once prices skyrocket on something, I try to not really recommend it much anymore. Even though I love it, I try not to. Like I'm trying to hold back from talking about Mercedes-Benz cologne because that's another one I'd love to do. Nobody can find the damn thing. You know what I mean? I believe it's discontinued. I'm not sure. Sad because it's so popular and so good, but that's one that I tried to not really recommend because that would have been an easy answer for one of my favorite summer fragrances. I love that shit. I got 2 bottles of it. But it's hard to find for people because if I go to recommending something, people would be like, hey, where can I get it? Where can I find it? Help your boy out. I get a lot of that stuff. So I try not to recommend something that's just hard to get, even though I'm enjoying it and would love to recommend it. Mephisto Gentle Uomo and Elysium's on the way. Blind Buy. Which one? The Parfum or the Parfum Cologne? The blue bottle or the clear bottle with the gold plate? Both are good, but there are differences. The Parfum is superior. It's way more expensive, but it is superior. Oh, okay, I got you. I was wondering why you said that earlier. Pradalome Low. That one's in my designer summer list every year. I got a 5-ounce bottle of that, 5.1 ounce bottle. Great stuff. And saw Cool Water Reborn. Not yet. Not yet. Shout outs to Juan. He's a little under the weather. He went to the doctor today, as a matter of fact. I'm in a group chat with Juan, Cannoli Mafia group chat. And Brittany, his wife, was updating us. He had a doctor's appointment this morning. He's been a little under the weather. So prayers out to Juan. Shout out to Fat Boy Fragrance. I haven't tried it yet, though. I'll get my nose on it eventually. I love some Cool Water flankers. Man, Fresh just works. Ran through 3 bottles over the years, 10 sprays every time. I'm with you on that one, my man. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. There's very specific ones. Oh, all right. Sure. I guess we're going a little bit longer here, guys. Hold on a second. I have a surprise. Let me grab the link. This was random. One second. Looks like we're going at least, I would say, 15 minutes more for sure. So we have a guest stopping by here in just a second. Let me stop the screen share because I won't need that anymore. Yeah, like stuff like Polo Ultra Blue, some of the Dolce & Gabbana light blue flankers, Prada Luna Rosa O Sport, Dior Homme Cologne, stuff like this. Mega Fresh doesn't last real long. That's what I like those for. So we have a gentleman coming to us live from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Once he figures out how to hold his phone on the live stream, I'll bring him on.
I think I learned.
It's all I'm seeing is hand and moving the phone, moving and shit.
And then it's like this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
What's going on, Georgie?
I'm in Sao Paulo. I'm heading home.
Oh, you're on your way. You're on your way back.
Yes, and I saw you the live, and I'm like, I'm kind of sitting at the lounge. I might as well jump in and say hi to everybody.
I appreciate that, Georgie. Did you have fun?
Hey, wherever I go, it's a party.
Yeah, that's very true. The views have been magnificent on the stuff I've been posting. For those of you that aren't following George on Instagram and Facebook, missing out on quite the sightseeing adventure in Brazil. Brazil.
I almost just stayed there. I just said, I'm going to just live here, find a Brazilian and just never come back home.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So did you get some good footage for Coco Loco?
I did. I'm excited about it, too.
So there's going to be a very special launch video for Coco Loco, you guys.
Who am I trying to seduce here?
I don't know. There might be somebody that's interested in checking you out in the chat. You never know.
Okay.
I like the shirt, though.
Thanks,
Dior?
Thanks, Ron. Yes, yeah. Dior, darling.
Yeah, Dior, darling. Oh, there you go. So,
what first impressions were you giving, Ross?
Chris's new fragrances from Gentleman's Nod. Very, very good. This is the best fragrance he's released, in my opinion. I gave it a 9 out of 10. This is fantastic. Cosecha, Catalana. I'm not sure how to say it. It's very, very mature and masculine, dirty, earthy, floral type of smell, creamy and woodsy. This is beautiful. This gives me Roger Parfum's Danger vibes. Very similar. And then Juniper Reverie, very bright, fresh gin juniper heavy fragrance, versatile, easy wear kind of thing. And one from Angelo Caroli called Sandalo Imperiale. This gives me kind of the opening's very primal, kind of like Royale Triple X. Not the same scent profile, but that same like holy shit, crazy masculine kind of smell. A lot of cumin.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, not the same scent profile, but like that,
Musty?
very musky masculine smell. But it dries into a creamy sandalwood, though. It changes drastically.
Good.
What are you eating? I see you chewing. So we got a bunch of I can't wait for Coco Locos.
I can't either.
So I can't wait for you guys to see the packaging.
Yeah, it looks nice. Did you tell the group about whatever with Triple X, the views?
No, I haven't. That's hilarious. It's funny you bring it up. So we did the live stream. A lot of you saw it, me, Joey, and George, about creating Royale Triple X. So, and I just all of a sudden I get this crazy, like the last 3 days have been this spike of steady views, and my watch time is just plummeting. I'm like, okay, so people are clicking this thinking it's one thing and not. So I literally typed in Triple X in Google search and creating Triple X, and my video without a thumbnail is the third and fourth link in the porn searches. So there's people clicking it with a name like Joey Cannoli and stuff like that in the title with creating Triple X.
Triple X, yeah.
Yeah. So there's no thumbnail or anything like that to show it's the fragrance or anything. So people are clicking it looking for porn, and I'm getting like these 30 seconds to 1 minute watch time clicks of them trying to see if anything's going to happen. But it's on basically like the porn algorithm because of the Triple X acronym that's in the title, in the tags. So I've gotten this big spike in views with shit for watch time, but it's got like almost 11,000 views in 4 days, which for a live stream, that's a pretty big spike in a few days.
It's going to be your number one viewed. It's going to get to 100K eventually.
Eventually it will, yeah. Since it's on that type of search algorithm, yeah, it will. So it's not going to make shit because it's got no watch time, but I mean, it'll make something.
I did a live with Ross and Joey and myself, and it was XXX as the title. Well, Ross was like, who's watching all this? And then it's just for a quick time because you're able to see the watch time, and it's because in the search, people are searching Triple X.
He's talking to his partner.
Coming up on YouTube, and people are clicking it. So it's at 10,000, 11,000 views right now in 3-4 days.
Yeah. That's why you haven't seen a spike in sales, because it's not fragrance customers and viewers that are watching.
It's crazy.
It's people looking for a good time.
Buying the views or something like that, that was my worry initially.
Oh no. There's always a rhyme or a reason for random spikes. And I was like, I don't get it. And that's what popped in my head. Like, we do have Triple X all over the place in this. So let me just search on Google and see. And sure enough, it's popping up third, fourth, fifth with no thumbnail, just the title. And then a name. Joey Cannoli sounds like a freaking 1975 porn.
It sounds that way too. It's so awesome.
That's hilarious.
I appreciate it. I have a 11-hour flight home, so
good Lord.
I appreciate you inviting me on. I know you were doing your own thing, so thank you, and give my love to everyone in the room.
You're always welcome, Georgie. It's good to see you. We've talked, for those of you who need context, we've talked in the last couple of days. It's just I haven't wanted to disturb him because it's not every day you go to Rio. Right. I don't want to just take up a bunch of your time for just to chat, So
beautiful. All right, Ross. We'll see you. Bye, everybody in the room. Much love, Ross. Have a good evening, okay? Thank you.
Safe travels. Safe travels. Give Antonio a big hug for me. Y'all stay safe. We'll talk soon.
We'll see you.
Bye Georgie.
Bye, everybody.
And that was George Zaharoff, ladies and gentlemen. So out of nowhere, he just texted me, link. All right, sure. So we ended up doing another 10 minutes or something like that. I see Unaveraged Joe's in the house. What's going on, my man? Chris, what's going on? Dropped in some 69s. Yeah. So that was funny because I figured it out earlier because we've been texting and I'm like, why is this spike? Because he brought it to my attention. He's like, Ross, people are watching, but I don't see a big jump in orders or anything because it was like thousands of views every day, which for a live stream, that doesn't happen all the time on a replay. And then it's a very niche topic. It's me, Joey, and George talking about Royale Triple X and the inspiration for it. I wasn't expecting that to be some big view getter or anything. And it's just spiking. And then I'm watching the average watch time. It's just like an hour and whatever live stream, and I watched the initial audience. We had like a 25-minute average watch time, audience retention, and it's currently like 2.5 minutes. It has plummeted. And I was like, it's gotta be porn. It's gotta be on a porn search or something because of XXX. So I went looking, and sure the fuck enough, it sure is. Hey, I'll take the views. It's not gonna make a bunch of money like the 25-minute average watch time would have, but it's gonna make more than a shorts video would make. So it'll just compile views over time. Who knows? Maybe I get somebody that decides that maybe it's somebody looking for porn that is actually into fragrances, and I capture them as a subscriber. Who knows? It's hilarious. You never know how stuff's going to shake out, right? So on that note, nice awkward note to end it on. We'll go ahead and shut it down. Thank you, everybody that came along. Thank you for the super chats, the great questions, hanging out with me for a little while. Thank you to George for popping in. Safe travels to you and Antonia. Everybody's excited for Coco Loco. Everybody's excited to get their bottles of XXX. You can still pre-order XXX. The pre-order has not ended just yet. It's about to end, I believe, in another week to 2 weeks, roughly, about 2 weeks or something like that. And then it's jumping up from 135 to 160. So if you're interested in getting it at the pre-order price, now is your chance. Link in the link tree. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Oh, double review tomorrow. 2 review videos. Eros Flame, Eternity Cologne. Have a good one.